What's happening, Wargamers? Welcome to the After Action Report. The Invaders versus the Defenders. Very appropriate. I was invading, you were defending.
It was great.
Yeah, it was perfect. And even though the final score was 16-10, I do feel that this was actually a very close game.
Yes.
Yeah, because when you look at the attrition that was going on here, Namor got a lucky break. He survived on one from the Ancient One.
Yeah, my 8 dice attack into him. Rough.
Time gem for the win. My goodness.
It's powerful.
Meanwhile, Steve just did not roll defense dice for most of this game.
Not a lot of attack dice either.
Good. He didn't attack once this game.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
Yeah,
Never mind. I was like, he did attack when I knocked him out. Nope, that was Hoff and the boys.
Yep. Steve did not make a single attack this whole game. Hoff and the boys just woke up and chose obscene murder.
That's fair.
Because they did Daredevil, they did Valkyrie, and you were wise to take them out of the equation.
Yep.
And then,
actually, Human Torch performed relatively admirably.
Human Torch did well. It's weird because I don't necessarily think. It's weird because he performed the way he should perform.
Yes.
So I mean, it's kind of a low bar.
But like when you say that, you mean he scored a bunch of points for you because he was moving around. He put a bunch of incinerates out.
That's
he
fair.
Exploded once and took out
Ancient One.
But yeah, he consistently made sure that Shang-Chi was always kind of at risk.
That is fair. Human Torch was definitely a threat. I took a risk early on using my battlefield medicine on him.
Yes.
And I do think it probably paid off a little bit.
I think so too.
Because it did make him a little bit tougher to take down. Which, yeah, sure, okay. Human Torch was a surprising anchor.
Yeah.
In this particular force. I'll give you that one. Steve Rogers, Captain America Steve Rogers was just... I want him to be good so badly. And he's just...
He doesn't think enough people get fiber. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with it. On the other hand, like Shang-Chi just did an amazing job controlling Namor all game.
I need everyone to understand he is very good at controlling people, but he is not like a massive damage dealer. He is very good at what he does, and what he does is hands out staggers.
Well, let's put it this way: Namor with 4 turns only got 5 actual actions.
Yeah,
because you staggered him 3 times.
Yes.
So yeah, actually no, I think maybe once you staggered him after you're already activated.
That is true, yes.
So he got 6 actions off of 4 activations, which is not great.
Not usually the average.
Now, thankfully, Namor did put some good hurt out there.
He did.
I mean, he got a good attack. Actually, Namor, I think, only attacked once as well this game.
Ancient One, and yeah, maybe that is it.
I did not throw a lot of attacks this game.
No. There was a bit of control, and whereas Hoff and the boys were guns a-blazing.
Oh, yeah. They woke up, chose obscene violence, and did their thing. Valkyrie performed fairly well as well.
Yeah, she was okay.
Yeah,
she beat up on an old man, and that's what she does. That's a pretty good job.
Daredevil brought law and justice to a bunch of old guys too.
Yeah. He beat up a bunch of old men. It was great.
Yeah. It was a very interesting game. Like I feel like we each of us had like 1 or 2 pieces that was kind of doing what they were supposed to be doing. Like Valkyrie, she did well, but she kind of got isolated over here a little bit.
Well, and I didn't have a problem with that because I was thinking she was going to be staring down Steve, and then she could move in on Hoff and the boys, but Hoff and the boys saw her coming.
Yeah. And this particular matchup was actually really tough for me because the amount of martial arts and radar sense that you had, like outside of Valkyrie, everyone was counting blanks on so many attacks.
Yep.
And that was hard to chew through.
And like while my 2 physical defense was not super defensive against a lot of your attacks, she Ancient One was decent for a bunch of things. She could move and apparently throw out 8 dice and sometimes do good damage and sometimes not so good.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't for that time gem, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that I got so lucky with that time gem that you rolled into, I think it was like 4 successes after that.
Yeah.
Now,
I was just going to ask, did you, like, is the time gem the way to take Namor?
For my play style, I think so. I know there's been a lot of discussion on that one. People are kind of going back and forth on it. I really like the time stone on Namor. And honestly, if he wasn't getting staggered so much, he had so much power to just do things all game. And I kept wanting to get Armies of the Deep off, and you just kept staggering him, so I'd never had the opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But yeah, like he always had power to do stuff, and he felt really good for that one. So yeah, I mean, given a slightly better opportunity, I think that would have been really cool.
Yep.
So I liked what Namor was able to do. You were just able to control him a lot better than I was able to put her down.
That's fair.
I'm very impressed with Shang-Chi.
Yep.
At no point did I feel like Shang-Chi was just, oh my god, oh lordy, he coming.
Yeah.
But he was always a factor in the game.
Yeah. Now I took all 5 of the Defenders cards. There's not one from before, right?
Well, they're pentagrams of Ferala.
Yeah. So no cards from before. And yeah. So like, while I didn't make super amazing use of Cover Me, I think that's going to be amazing with Silver Sable and Punisher.
Anyone who can stay away and get some range in there.
Yeah, like I definitely think that it was a fine card in this game, but I think it's much better in other maps, but also with longer range guys.
Yeah, with how spread out we were, you didn't get a whole lot out of Cover Me. I do agree with you on that one. But still, it impacted how I did things in that turn.
Now, how did you feel about Mystic Ward? Because I locked out the thing for 1 turn, so it was pay 2 power and a tactics card. I don't lose a point, and you don't gain a point.
I think on this particular scenario, it wasn't as huge as it could have been. I think it plays a lot better with things like Researcher or Gamma or Demons Downtown or Mayor Fisk. I think it plays a lot better on those ones where there's like hotly contested objectives. Whereas this one, it's like, you shut it off, and I mean, you kept me from being able to push someone that round, which was kind of a big deal. It slowed things down a little bit. It would have forced another round, and maybe another round. Oh wait, no, it went to force another round. So yeah, I think in this particular map it wasn't huge.
Yeah, there was a lot of points, and when there's a lot of points, I think this card's going to be much worse. But I kind of like it if you try to do a bit taller team of defenders, like maybe Hulk or something.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. You toss that on Hulk, and it's like, okay, you can either try and take down Hulk, and my entire team's going to fight you back, or it's a neat card. I actually really dig it.
Human Weapon is a card that you were surprised that had the advance prior to the charge on it. But despite that, I actually don't think it's a particularly powerful card because it's really similar to his normal attack, except the stagger trigger is harder to get.
But I mean, the trade-off is it can hit multiple targets, right? And here's the thing: like, it should have done better against Human Torch. It should have done better against Steve as well. I got lucky in that last thing. Yeah, like your attack dice kind of finally ran out of gas.
Yes.
And I had a incremental increase in my defensive dice. Steve finally remembered he had a shield.
Yes. Yeah. Chi Mastery was cool, like being able to set 2 dice to whatever I want for an attack. Or
that was a stagger right there, right?
Yeah, it was, and I could have used it to turn off like when someone's defensive things as well, because it allows you to reroll 2 attack dice or defense dice.
I wasn't rolling defense dice.
I know, not on that side of the table, anyways. Well, what do you think of Street Smarts?
I like Street Smarts. Street Smarts actually really changed my game plan for that turn.
I definitely wish that I had an objective on Valkyrie, because she really could have used hiding behind that car rather than getting pushed out.
I mean, you could have always paid the damage.
No, she couldn't take it because she has to have an objective. She has to be contesting or holding an objective.
That is right. Okay.
But everybody else, I felt super like, oh yeah, these guys are going to stay where I want them to be, and if not, I can just take a damage, or I can accept the push. So.
Well, it ensured that you could keep brawling. Because my original plan was actually to push Shang-Chi away.
Yep.
Right? I wanted to force you to like charge with Shang-Chi basically.
Yep.
And not have power for other things. So yeah, like basically saying I'm happy here.
Yeah.
That really affected how I was basically playing that round, which was a huge thing. So yeah, no, I really liked it. I think though, with how spread out and everything was, you didn't get as much value out of it.
I agree.
Especially considering I didn't have a lot of control aspects in here. It did change, I didn't do a spender with Namor at that point. I mean, I didn't have a lot of like pushes or throws or anything like that. But
I do like the fact that it also affects the game effects too.
And that was the big thing right there.
Yeah.
The timing of everything, the player effect happens before the neutral effects.
Yeah.
And because like I said, I wanted to push Shang-Chi.
Yep.
And instead, Shang-Chi was able to double tap Namor again.
Yeah.
And Namor went down that round.
Yeah, so I need everyone to know that I definitely think that taking all 5 of the Defenders real cards is probably a mistake, but I definitely think all of them but Human Weapon have some applications, and I hope you guys
I like them all, to be honest. Like, Human Weapon, it suffers from area attack.
Yeah. There's not a lot of great ones.
Yeah, there's not. Maybe 3 power instead of 4. I don't know. But yeah, overall, I really dug it. I guess I should share my thoughts on the Invaders leadership.
Sure should.
I mean, if I could roll dice, it's great.
Yeah, remember, kids, practice dice rolling at home. That's the only way you're going to get at games.
Exactly. Like, I think I converted so few dice from the rerolls.
You converted some key ones, but...
Oh, in round 1, I converted 1 defense on Human Torch.
Yes.
Which kept him standing.
Yes.
So he was able to run away. So that was actually kind of huge. So there was a couple big conversions there, and I think I kind of won this game by really focusing in on the objectives and a couple really lucky breaks for me. Namor not going down to Ancient One was huge because that was 2 points right there.
Yep.
Hoff waking up and not only taking down Valkyrie, which was expected, but getting Daredevil as well. That's
because he doesn't keep his head down.
Yeah, exactly.
If he kept his head down, he'd have stealth and couldn't get shot.
But that was really unexpected. I did not think I'd take down Daredevil as well, so that was a big one right there. And I guess Human Torch not dying when he did originally.
Yeah, that would have been big.
Yeah. So a couple key moments is really what kind of carried the game for me on this one, I think. But either way, a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to getting some more of the new characters on the table.
Yeah, we'll maybe see Sable or maybe a certain other Black Panther.
At some point soon, yep. Well, we're going to try and get them on as soon as we can. So anyway, there we go. It was a 16-10 win for the Invaders, but the Defenders really, really put the hurt on for this one. So we will see you guys next time. Happy wargaming.